What's up, everybody? How we doing? How has everybody been? What's up, Nancy? It's been a while, huh? Ooh, did you? What's so good? I'll take it. Alright, tonight. How's the puppy? She is good. She's good. Had a blast all Christmas. Loves her her grandpa more than anything. I was like, what the hell happened to Jen? Where'd she go? I'm back. Gotta take a little bit of time. Yeah, y'all see how I do it with Sam? The most random shit comes out of that girl's mouth. Well, I've missed you guys too. It has been a long couple of weeks. Been trying to get things in order. Hopefully by tomorrow I will have everything in order the way that I want it to be. And we can get 2026 started. You saw how I was with Sam. I was like, what? Okay. I don't like that. Yeah, me neither, right? I'm ready to leave 2025 in the past. I have a lot of things to be thankful for. I learned a lot over this past year. I wouldn't take anything back, though. The things that I've learned throughout this year has helped me grow. I feel in this past year, there has been so many people that has came onto this platform and finally got some sort of closure from some of the traumas that they've been put through dealing with this fucking app and the people in this community. I think a lot of good came out of 2025. Was it stressful? Yes. Did it bring on so many tears? Yes. Did I feel like I was broke? Yeah. You know, I did. But you gotta keep getting up and know that everything you're doing is for the right reason. Hold on. Frank. You was guarding his door? You did so good. Alright, we good. Oh, you son of a bitch. My damn vape just died. What are you doing there, Alabama? Okay. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I think that, it was definitely a year of test. Hey, it was definitely a year of test for a lot of us. But I think that it also was a year of closure. That we deserve more than what we get. Know your worth. Oh, well, thank you. I am going to... So I'm going to switch my... I'm going to keep the discount the same. But I'm just going to say this out loud so that way they understand my theory. I'm still getting fraudulent orders. I got y'all cocked. I'm still getting fraudulent orders. Last night at midnight, got another one that came through. Like clockwork, 1 o'clock in the morning is when we're getting them. I went ahead and I took the stickers off of the website because that was going to a different place to print it, and so I wasn't able to cancel those orders, so those were getting sent out, and then I was getting chargebacks. So I took the stickers off the website, made it where you can only get things from my website, from here, so I could cancel it if that one happens. So now I'm able to cancel it, but it's still happening. It happened for like 2 or 3 days in a row. They'll stop for a week, start happening again. My theory is people are going to say, oh, well, it could be just random fraudulent orders, right? Well, if it's just random fraudulent orders, they won't know the code to put in to get the discount, right? So if they know the code, it's not just a bot that's coming through and constantly hitting me, right? So that way you can pay full price and we'll fight it that way. But if they're putting the code in, then it's obviously who I suspect it is. Here's my other thing. Oh no, I know when it's a fraudulent order. I know when it's fraudulent. I can't trace VPNs. It's not something I can do. But the district attorney can. Quit fucking sending it. I can't. But I can show every single time that the VPN was used. I can show exact calculations. It shows us. Let me just show you. Let's go to the one from last night. It shows me. And if you don't think that the district attorney can go snooping, especially when there's a cyber stalking case already active, I would say stop. It's just my theory, though. It's continuing cyber stalking. Just letting you know. The more you do it, the more you continue it. So, but I am gonna take that off. We're gonna switch it to a code. I'll figure that out. I'll put something out, figure out what we're gonna do, so that way everybody can still get the discounts. As of right now, the code is still automatic. So all glitters on the website are 60% off. But as of going forward after today's live, I'm gonna switch it to a code. I'll put a video out so that way y'all have the code. And I like to make it easy. I like it where it's automatic so you don't have to remember that, because I'm horrible at remembering codes. But at the same time, I'm not going to continuously deal with this while we're trying to sell out and get these glitters out of here. because all it does is just cause more issues and cause charges to Shopify, and then I have to fight the chargebacks. And it's just throw a tumbler. But it's just, I don't know, you know. You know what I did stumble across though that I found absolutely hilarious? So a long time ago, and I had forgotten that I got this at a yard sale a long time ago. This was before I even moved to North Carolina, so at least 8-9 years ago. And we were at Sam's dad's, and we were going through some of our old stuff because when we moved up here, we left a lot of things down there in their garage. And we started going through some things, and I had to bring it home because it's a sewing machine with the fabric on there. And that's a real needle. Oh I said I couldn't believe it. I told Sam, I said, see, well, I knew one day I'd need that. I knew it. Oh, you have one of them for scrapbooking? That's awesome. I found it at a yard sale years ago. I forgot all about the shit. Also found some shirts and stuff from back in the day that I had that I'm so glad that I've grown. From growing up in a racist household to the person I am today. I just look at some of the shirts and things that I wore in my past when I was a teenager, 17, 18, 19, and just look and be like, who the fuck were you? Like, what the fuck kind of person were you? So, and I don't care what y'all say, I'm listening to Defying Gravity because I love it. How's the puppy? She's doing great. She's taking a nap right now. I'm sure she'll wake up soon and start acting a fool. And y'all get to see her. Good for small crafts. Well, that's good. I need to figure out how to do small crafts, huh? They'll probably come out. Just saying. Oh, see, I don't be knowing the words. I thought if you just say that you're professional, you're professional. Close my eyes. I defied it. haven't seen 2 yet. I need to. I saw it on Broadway, and it was absolutely amazing. What's up, Spit Mama? How you doing? Yeah, I can't be gone for too long. What's up, Tashina? How you doing? Good. Getting ready for vacation. Oh, hell yeah. Enjoy that vacation. On your break? Hell yeah. Oh, this is Wicked. Our school band did the Demons Wicked. Oh, that's awesome. It's the one with Ariana Grande. Yeah, I can't believe we've never seen it. It's so good. Something's got a hold of me lately. Oh, I don't know myself anymore. Feels like the walls are all closing in, and the devil's knocking at my door. Oh, I'm a man. How many times did I tell you I'm no good at keeping alone? You got a little Teddy. This is 5265. True. 3 Boys. They're probably not Wicked fans. One of every color you have left. Yeah. I have to see how many I got left. Oh, thanks, Colleen. Man, I miss being live. Y'all don't even understand. It was weird. I was like, I'm not used to like having the nights to just like kick back and relax. It's weird. But it did let me catch up and watch Stranger Things. And I'm obsessed. Avi. You been bored? I don't keep it that entertaining. Don't play. I find myself boring. I figured y'all was having fun. You're like, geez, finally Jen's ass ain't talking and annoying us and crying, telling us about scammers, calling people out. I love this song too. And I was the man for the job. No, we missed you. I'm glad you had some time. Yes. It's been nice. I'll bring you right back here to me. I was sitting there, thinking about a pretty face. Happy New Year. Happy 2026, the year of positivity and blessings. That's what I'm manifesting for us. Growth, learning, healing. That's what we need. If the majority of people decided that they were going to work on themselves, their healing, their past traumas, their present traumas, we would have a better world if we just worked on ourselves. But sometimes people forget to heal. And they take that out on everybody else. And it continues those cycles of negativity that just spews through generation and generation and generation. Because you're unwilling to grow. But that is my wish. Don't know why, but something felt right. That's respect for some of her sweet tea. Mama gave her a big old rice, so sent her right back here to me. Thank God for good directions and turn the brains. I've always loved that song. What did I do? There it is. So have I missed anything? Anything good happen while I've been out? Growth is hard, especially when you have to look deep within yourself. So most won't. I agree. Growth is probably, like I said, I think this year was probably the hardest for me because I had to learn no matter how much you put into something or someone, they can always turn their back on you in the blink of an eye. I think the growing up of fear of abandonment, I think is what a lot of us have. We grew up with narcissistic parents who just didn't give the affection and things that we needed. So I think that, looking deep within yourself and trying to pull those, let's just say relive those deep, dark traumas that live within us. That shit hurt, reliving it is probably the hardest part. But once you've relived it, once you've worked through those feelings, once you've realized that it wasn't your fault, once you've realized that there was nothing you could have done differently to have any other outcome, that's when the healing begins. Because you look back and you say, I couldn't have changed it. Why am I being so hard on myself? Why am I so fearful of things when it wasn't me? I wasn't the one. I was a child. I didn't know how to solve problems inside of a family. You know what I mean? And my family, your parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, whoever raised you, they were going through the same type of traumas that you were. And we're all handling them in different ways. So I know it's hard. I know it sucks. Most of us who's been through things that make you want to cry or make you tremble to have to think about it again. That's the only way to heal from it. Healing hurts. It hurts like a motherfucker. But on the other side, that pressure that you felt for all of those years of people pleasing so they didn't abandon you, of putting yourself last always, the constant anxiety and thought process that's going through your mind, it changes. Because you no longer have that pressure sitting there anymore. You've worked through it. So I would say, if you have the opportunity, you don't have to go to therapy for it. You can just get a journal. Write down your feelings. Hell, there's TikToks and YouTubes that's out there that has some licensed mental health providers that's out there that help you with coping mechanisms in all different situations. So if you don't have the money to go to therapy, you don't have to. Start journaling. Start going back. Remembering the childhood. That's how you know you're healing. Because I can guarantee I'll ask this question right now, and a lot of us are going to say the same thing. Do you remember your childhood? Do you have memories of your childhood? And if you say no, it's because your brain did exactly what it was supposed to do. It went into fight or flight mode, and it blocked it out. And it said, I don't want you to remember these. I don't want you to have to go through that again. So it puts this wall up, and it says, all right, we're cutting it out. And so you think back and you're like, why don't I remember anything? The things that you do remember is some of the most traumatic ones. It blocks out all the good memories because the trauma has outdone it. There's so much, there was more trauma that that attached than goodness. Right, but the parts that you choose to leave blocked is how you don't heal. You know, if you talk to people, what up, Jenna? If you talk to people, just like I'm saying, if you keep those things blocked and you never work through it, then you have that scar that sits there that never heals. It festers and it festers and it causes jealousy and negativity and anger and sadness and anxiety, you know? And so you're allowed to do whatever you want to do. But if you keep it blocked and you don't heal from it, you're always going to have that pressure. You're always going to have that anxieties that sit there. So it's easier for us to block it out and not remember it than to work through it and have to deal with it once more to be able to heal from it. You have to deal to heal. That's the unfortunate reality of it. I made a list and went down at apologizing when it was warranted. Make sure it doesn't happen again, but I don't dwell on. Oh no, I'm not saying to dwell. Healing and dwelling is completely different, because when you heal from it, when you're trying to heal from it, I'm saying when you don't take the time to go through it and actually feel it again. That's not something, I don't look at it and go through it every day and be like, God, I had that trauma. No, I dealt with that trauma. I was able to figure out where it came from, where it stemmed from, and then I moved on. So you don't have to sit and dwell. You just heal from it, you know? And it takes some it takes longer than others, you know what I mean? Like, there are people out there who's had it 1,000,000 times worse than me. There's people who's had it 1,000,000 times worse than that person who had it 1,000,000 times worse than me. So, but everybody's worst is still the equivalent to everybody's worst, because you don't know anymore. I hope you understood what that means. I hope you understood that analogy of that. If my worst is that I lost my dad, and your worst is that your parents divorced, that is still the equivalent of the same hurt and trauma, because that's the worst you've ever dealt with. So it still hits the brain on the same level as losing a parent physically, than losing a parent and going into a two family household. So that's something that we have to just remember, that everybody's trauma, just because, you can't look at them and say, well, I've had it so much worse than you have. Well, you don't know how they handled it. So just because you feel like you've had it worse, you don't know how their body and their brain handled that situation. And it could have been handled 100 times worse than what yours was, because you have a different coping mechanism than they did. Healing traumas finds new traumas and cycles start over again. Oh, unhealed trauma. I was like, no. Yeah. That's when you hear the things of generational curses and things like that. That's what I think of. I think of people like my grandfather, who did the things that he did to the children in our household, and how it continued, and how people stayed silent. And who did that help? And then when we became adults and we felt safe enough and we told our truth, you know what I mean? Like, that is when the healing began, because if you don't say something, then they continue to hurt other people. Being a child, though, it's hard. to say something in situations like that. So, you know what I mean? That's how cycles continue. Is, well, I didn't say anything when I was a kid, so who's gonna believe me now 10 years later? If I talk about it now 10 years later, is the family gonna be upset with me because now I'm ruining everything when I could have said something years ago? Or what is the possibility that they're going to look at me and say, why didn't you tell me then? Why would you keep this in? You know what I mean? So you get to a point where you're like, well, do I say something now when you're an adult and you have to go through the process of healing that trauma to be able to even get to a point to set a boundary and say, yes, I can stand up for myself. I can say something. You know what I mean? And when that happens, you take away their power. When you take away that power from them, they live in fear. So they don't want to continue to do it because they're fearful that they're going to get caught because they have eyes on them. Once one person comes out, there tends to be another person that comes out and another person that comes out. Because 9 times out of 10, this person did not just do it to one person. If they got away with it once, then they decided to do it again and again and again until somebody opens up and tells the truth, right? That's generational trauma. It continues until someone breaks that cycle. What's up, Monique? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Believe me. She's probably gonna be getting up in a second. Happy Monday, right? Oh, I gotta get Charlie because I know she's about to wake up. I'm gonna take a break. Try to get the rest of this stuff figured out. How was my Christmas? It was amazing. We had a great time. We did Christmas with my family on Christmas Eve, and then we went up to Sam's family. After that, we stayed up there. We had a great time. We just relaxed, hung out, went and seen some lights. I don't even know where this was. Some 4-acre land that this family owns, and they set it up every year for you to walk through, you know, and see all the lights. And we took Charlie to that. We had a great time. Let me go grab her. How are you? I am doing well. How are you? It's Charlie. You want to go say hi to everybody and then we'll go outside? Huh? So we'll go say hi and then we'll go outside. Yeah. Oh, yawn it out. It's been such a long day. It's been such a long day. Oh, so I got the bed head. I just woke up. I'll finish the orders today. Say hi. Say good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Who's down there? Is that Charlie? Is that Charlie? Yeah. See, hers getting so big. Look how big she is now, y'all. Look how big she is now. What? What, tell me about it. So what's it that says barking? So I'm so scared of barks. The barks that scare me. And my brother and sister was so brave because they went after the barks. And it's so scary and I went inside. Yeah, I'll probably be back on in a little bit. Yeah. So we gotta go outside, huh? Oh, sweat. Oh my goodness. I'll go by sheep. So I'm not ready to go up all the way yet, Mama. I know, this is my girl. Oh, did I make a noise? What's that? What is it? Did I do that? Lunch. I gotta let her outside. Oh, big yawn. Oh, big yawn. Thank you for the kisses. Say bye, everybody. You give me daps? You show me you can do it? Or are you still sleepy? Give me daps. Give me daps. You know how to do it. That's what she does. Can I have daps? Hey. 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 Char. Can I have daps? Ridiculous. You want to go outside, don't you? Alright, guys. So we'll be back in a little bit. Goodbye, Charlie. Have a wonderful day, guys. I'm going to go wake up and cause a bunch of havoc. And y'all only see her when she's just being so sweet. Alright, bye, guys. Got your hair in my face. What are you doing? Wait.